This is your daily strategic dose by Kevin Moore.
What's up? Today's going to be a great day because I decided ahead of time that it's going to be. In fact, did the hard thing, got up early this morning, took a cold shower as I'm still working on my cold plunge to get it set up. And when I say cold, I mean cold shower. Like literally takes your breath, like my heart rate spikes and it takes my breath out of my lungs when I get in this cold shower. I'm telling you, it's freaking cold. But for 2 minutes, be able to endure that first thing in the morning. Not only is it really good for reducing inflammation and actually giving you a jolt of energy, it's a very healthy practice. But more importantly than that, it's just discipline to help me become the person that can do hard things that I don't want to do when I need to do them. And that's how you build your life faster and bigger and better and make better decisions, higher quality decisions. Anyway, this episode has actually nothing to do with that. But I did want to say good morning. At the time of this recording, it is early. But listen, I was on our farm not long ago, and we have a lot of big oak trees at my house. We have 23 acres, and a lot of the front yard, particular, has massive oak trees. I mean, I don't know how tall some of these things are, but they are huge. And since we've lived there for roughly 4 years, I think it's been, we've lost a lot of those trees. We've literally. It's really weird because it typically is not with a big storm. We did have one huge storm that came through there with hurricane force winds, and that was pretty destructive. But for the most part, I've actually lost some big trees on days that you would never, ever, ever expect it. And the one that we lost most recently, it broke in half, like literally up probably 15 feet in the air. It snapped in half. And when it came down, it grabbed the power that goes to the house, and literally the line, when it grabbed the line, it yanked all the power off the side of our house. So we had to have an electrician with a bucket truck come out there and actually install new power equipment to the house. Obviously, that was a big project. But I have an individual who helps me. His name's Steve, and Steve is much more than a farmhand. He is a wealth of information when it comes to farming. He's a multi-generation farmer. I mean, he has forgotten more about farming than I'll ever know for the rest of my days. I mean, it's unbelievable what he knows. And he also knows a lot about trees. And here's what he told me. He said, Kevin, a lot of your trees are dying from the top down. They're not getting the nutrients that they need. That's the reason why they're breaking in the middle of the tree. And what we need to do, he said, you see up there where there's a main fork where there's 3 branches that come out of the tree. It's like the biggest main area that it starts to branch out. And I said, yeah. He said, every limb underneath that junction needs to be cut off because they're all stealing nutrients from the tree, and the tree is not getting enough nutrients to the top, and it's killing them from the top down. I want you to think about how that applies to your life. You may be trying to do something big, like an oak tree is trying to get big. It's trying to get circumference. It's trying to get depth of its roots. It's trying to grow tall. It's trying to reach the sun. It's trying to form new branches. It's trying to grow leaves. It is trying to grow. That's what a tree is designed to do. It's designed to grow, get big, and get healthy and get resilient. You're trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to do the same thing. But here's the point of today's message. We need to prune the limbs underneath our main branches. And this is not easy to do. But how many little things are stealing nutrients from you? How many little things? Is it CNN that you listen to? Do you watch the news first thing in the morning? Do you get up in the morning and check your messages, which is the to-do list that the world has put in front of you instead of you getting up and controlling how you start your day? Do you have little relationships with people that are negative, that maybe they're fun, but they're negative and they don't add to your future, that are stealing from your focus, that are installing bad habits into your life? Do you have bad habits that you need to cut out, you need to prune and replace with healthy habits? What is it? Maybe you're staying up too late at night. Maybe you're staying out too late at night. Maybe your diet has caused you to be sleepy and groggy and have digestive issues and not feel your best, so you're not performing your best. Maybe it's not working out, lack of physical movement. Maybe you've got a job on a computer where you sit at a desk all day long and you're not moving enough. We need to cut these things out of our life. We need to cut them out. We need to prune all of those limbs that are stealing our nutrients. They're stealing our gift of growth from underneath us, and so we can feed the things that actually matter, that are going to propel our life forward. There's certain relationships that are important to you that should be important to you. There's other relationships that are stealing from those important ones. There are certain priorities that are important to you, but there are other little priorities that shouldn't be priorities that are stealing the bandwidth, the energy, and the resources that you need to give to the priorities that you should be giving those to. So let us take a moment and analyze and look at the things that are stealing from us, and let's prune those limbs off. Let's make sure that we're only working on the main juncture where it splits off into three and gets to the big limbs up top, the things that fuel our growth, the things that grow to our resilience and our contribution to humanity and society and clients and building companies and employees and our relationships and our spouses and our children and our families and our faith. These are the things we need to work on building. Everything else, we need to trim. We need to cut that stuff off. And yeah, it may be a little painful, but it's going to be worth it. That's all I got for today. Let me know how this serves you. God bless you. Bye for now.
This is your Daily Strategic Dose by Kevin Moore.